very powerful effect. And now we're to the Revitalizing Serum. This is one of my favorite products. This product contains mare's milk, the milk of a horse, and it's a tiny little horse in Norway, free range, that has a very, very nutritious milk and a high content of lactic acid. And we know that lactic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid. It's one of the larger molecules of AHA, though, so it's less invasive and less irritating than some of the other alpha hydroxy acids. Well, the alpha hydroxy acids break the links that hold the cells down on the surface of the skin, and then she has added papaya and pineapple papain and bromelain enzymes to digest the dead skin. So we lift up the dead skin and then we easily digest, which means that the skin is very slowly and gently exfoliated. So when I exfoliate the skin and I slightly reduce the density of the epidermis, it makes the depth of the wrinkles reduced, so the skin looks smoother. Also, the cell renewal process slows down as we age, so we're taking off the surface dead cells that have been hanging around longer. It exposes the fresher cells and makes the skin look more beautiful. So this product is, I have been using it and recommending it and teaching it in spas for, 2.5 years now. We have not had one incident of reaction. In contrast with a serum of 10% glycolic that we had in the past, I actually had somebody that had to go on cortisone. Their whole face blew up and swelled, etc., etc. I love that this gently exfoliates. You don't wake up in the morning looking all white because it has worked so quickly. If you apply just glycolic, it's going to lift the dead skin cells, but then it doesn't know how to get rid of them. This one has the papaya and pineapple enzymes that digest the dead skin. One of my very, very favorite products. Colleen?
That was awesome.
Oh. You know I love it.
Yes, I know you do, and you're the one who's really turned me on to this. I love all the serums, and you get hooked. There were certain ones I had my favorites, and I just kind of stuck to my favorites because I was getting results and loving them. This was not at the top of my list to start with. It is fast getting there. I've just started using this recently, and what I love is the softness of the skin. So if you look over on the left-hand side, the primary function and the secondary function, it's rejuvenating, all the things that you talked about, Deanne. But the retexturizing, because of the dual action exfoliation, it leaves the skin incredibly soft, smooth. It's beautiful. The serums, so the tip here, the key, one of the things you mentioned, is that it is self-regulating, the formulation. So when you put the serum on, you don't have to worry about, I have to wait around, you're counting the clock, you're looking, do I have to take it off in 10 minutes? So it exfoliates, it does its job, and then it simply stops working. You can put this on as your night serum before going to bed and just go to sleep. It will stop working while you're sleeping, and in the morning you simply wash your face as you would anyway. So that's one of the beautiful things I like this. It saves me time. I don't have to think about it. It's safe, and it does the job. I also like the whole thing about mare's milk. Some people may, they don't, I've never heard of that before. They didn't even know that there were horses that got milked. But this goes back to Cleopatra's time. I mean, right. She knew all about this. And it's not only about the nourishment, but it is about the lactic acid. So as we're exfoliating the skin, remember that when you exfoliate, you open it up, the skin breathes, you get rid of that top layer of dead skin cells, and now the nutrients that are in the mare's milk can penetrate and you nourish the skin. You're doing so many things at one time with this product. That's why I think that people are falling in love with it.
Another thing we can do with this one is actually use it as a peel in the treatment room to apply it thick and you leave it very wet. Dampen a gauze, put the gauze on top so that it will remain wet. It's actually great for before extractions. It will help to make the extractions easier. Oh my gosh, I just love this product. I love them all. You know, they're all workhorses. I met with a marketing expert, and she went through the line and she goes, yeah, but they're all hero products. She says, I'm usually used to looking at lines and then trying to figure out which the hero products are. She said, these are all hero products.
And that's the point. That's why this is an addendum line that can work with any other skincare line, because these are all your heroes. You pull in, so you have a workhorse line, or you have your worker bee line where you got, you know, doing the basics, moisturizers and toners and cleansers, and then you bring in the Touche line to be the superheroes and to really make everyone else look better. That's what we do. One thing I do want to bring up, let's see where I'm getting at my notes, talk about keeping this, using it in treatment in the room as your exfoliant, one of the early exfoliants before doing extractions. And this also is great to use before microdermabrasion. It just gives that extra, you put it on thick and wet while you're prepping the skin. It loosens things up. It loosens up the glue that binds the dead skin cells to the skin. So you simply wipe it off, dry the skin, and then proceed with a microdermabrasion, and you get an even more amazing smoothness to the skin. You just, all these products do is they give you that edge. It's what we're all looking for. We're looking for the edge. What's going to make it that much better? Whatever it is we're doing now, we can make it that much better, and that's what this does.
Beautiful. And you'll see when you look at the serum tool kit chart at the back that some people will use it every night, some people use it a couple times a week, and some people will alternate. These literally, your client should have almost every one of these serums in their bathroom. It doesn't mean that they use them all at once, which also means that it doesn't mean that they're going to really spend more money, because they're going to use some part of the year, other ones different part of the year. That is the way you will get the very best.